It's an interesting one, this. It was born out of a couple of things. That geeky guy next door recorded a video of 2 cannon kills whilst retaining Silent Assassin. And then I had one as well with a remote cannon kill. And then Oro took it to the next level by doing both with remote cannon kills. And so I've done another one which is just slightly quicker and a slightly different method. And to get it all off, Oro discovered this lovely trick with the golf ball, because to get Franny in range you need to wake up Sal Falcone. By throwing that golf ball across the street there and getting that door unlocked on the florist, you wake up Sal, and when you wake up Sal he calls Franny, and then they start their little journey to the end of the pier. And just to show that, I'm going to run around the corner here, and we should see Sal up and running.
Miss DeSantis, Sal Falcone. Sorry for the delay.
There he is. Now for my one, quite simple. Starting the ICA safe house. We need the remote EMP charge and 2 remote explosives. I've gone with the micro remote explosive and a block of C4. So I never get to use a C4. So nice and simple. Wake up Sal. Now Geeky and Oro took a different route to the ruins. They sort of had more of a storm the castle approach. Me being me, and not as good at shooting people in the leg to get rid of enforcer status and whatnot, I took the back exit. Luckily we have a crowbar there, so we can bust our way in to Silvio's room here, where there's a nice key card waiting for us. That affords us nice and easy access to the Ether Field Lab. The timing's worked out nice as well, because that guard is over there and we can just jog on downstairs. And this is a bit of a different approach as well. Crouch down, grab that propane flask to knock down this wall, give us easy access back out a bit later. I'm going to crouch run through here, hugging those crates so we don't get spotted. Otherwise you've got to start again. There is a camera around the corner. Just going to take that out. Make our way to the ruins for setting up our 2 kills. Just need 2 cannonballs, 2 bags of gunpowder, there's our detonator. Just plonk that on the end of the cannon, load the cannon up. That's Franny's, so make sure you remember which explosive is which cannon, otherwise, well, you're going to miss, aren't you? This is for Silvio's. A big old block of C4. Somehow the cannons withstand the explosives on the back end, which they wouldn't do in real life, but hey, video game logic. We come back down to the lab now. We set up our other kill of the virus with the remote EMP. And it's quite a well-known trick now. It's been out there for a while. Is the little laptop on top of that porter cabin. If you blast that with the mini EMP, it kills the virus. You don't need the dongle. I'm sure you've also seen it as well with people throwing the EMP from a ledge to get it done. We're just going to plonk it underneath the table and we can detonate that at our leisure. Now, because when we come through earlier on, we blew up the hole. That sounds wrong. When we came through earlier on, we knocked this wall down. We can walk straight on through. Because if we do it on the way back, then Franny is in the vicinity and so is her guards, and it causes a bit of a panic, so she'll bugger off for a while. So it just delays the shot you want to take for a minute or two, or a minute or so even, not a minute or two, that's forever.
Asking for revenge.
Here we go, all the stars are starting to align. Make sure you've got the correct detonator for the correct cannon. Otherwise the last 5 minutes has been completely in vain. We want to be detonating it around about there where I'm showing the gun. Because there is a slight delay. You press the trigger, your explosive blows up, then that detonates the cannon, which then fires the cannonball. So the timings are slightly different to us. There you go. Timings are slightly different as if to when you're stood by the
Target
cannon.
down.
That's
Next
the virus gone.
up. Silvio Caruso.
Now Silvio.
Virus destroyed. One
3
target
clicks
remaining.
and you're out of there. So thanks to Oro and Geeky for that. Like I say, videos are in the description. And I'll see you on Twitch. Ta-ra.